this video is about my Thanet College times. I did have good times. Well, quite a lot of good times. Bad times I did have. A fair few of them anyway. Well, I was bullied mainly by two people. Yeah, and did have trouble off other people, so did have a fair amount of bad luck, you know. I got in trouble at college for doing things I should not have done at all. I wrote about the staff. That's only because I was angry at the time. I thought I was being treated like a child, basically. I know I got moaned at, but that was because at the time I was just too stubborn to realise that the course tutor I had was only looking out for me. She didn't have enough time for me no more. Well, that was my own fault for being stupid, I guess. I did do a lot of stupid things, I know I did. And I wrote a play with swearing in it. It was only a play. There was no harm in it, really. I didn't see what I was doing wrong at the time, but I was just too stubborn to admit to my own faults, I guess. But no, I know I did bad stuff, yeah. I know that. If I could turn back time, I would, you know. Yeah. I did get on with a lot of people. It's just a shame I had trouble off other people. That's just my luck, really. I did VAC, or the Vocational Access course, which stood for VAC. I did that for about 2 years, even though I wanted to leave in the second year because of the trouble I was having and the way I was being treated, I guess. But at the time I was just too stubborn to realise, really, that the course leader or course tutor was actually looking out for me. I was just too stubborn to actually realise it. Even though my attitude did stink, I know that it did. Then as time went by, I went on to GMVQ ICT. Yeah, I did that for about a couple of years as well. But well, I did do that for 1 year. That was the foundation level. I loved the course, I really did, because I made more friends and, you know, I was more happier, I guess. Yeah. Then I did secretarial the following year, but it was only for a month because I was finding it really difficult, and did make a few friends, but it wasn't the same. I was missing my IT friends. So I went back on to that course with a foundation level just for a while. And then I think in the October time, I think it was in the middle, I got offered a place onto the intermediate level 2. So I accepted a place on there and went on it until I left in May. And then after that, after leaving Thanet College, I went to Dover College to, I think it was to do IT, but again it was difficult, so it didn't go right for me anyway. But I was transferred to Folkestone to do business course, but that year wasn't too great, to be honest with you. Well, my dad was actually ill. Well, he had an operation, then he got ill, to be precise. So that year was very difficult for me. And then, like, in the early start to 2008, my dad died at King's College Hospital in London. Yeah, he was on life support for 6 weeks, had septicemia and MRSA on the skin. You know, he was fighting for 6 weeks. He did struggle to breathe and all that kind of stuff, but he was always sedated all the time. That'd be one thing I'll never forget, really, you know, because I thought I heard machines going off. I couldn't really sleep properly. That was about 4, well, yeah, I would say about between 4 and 5 in the morning I heard that. I thought I was hearing things, but obviously I weren't. They called us in. And, you know, 10 minutes after we were called in, because we found out at the meeting that he had actually died 10 minutes after we'd walked in. So they switched his life support machine off without even telling us. And talking about it does really upset me, you know, because I just saw him lying there no eyes open, not moving, just dead. We thought it just happened, but it didn't. Well, the meeting just told us differently. 5:45 we were called in. Was it? No, was it? I don't know. I think it was... No, it was 5 to 6, I think we were called in, and he was already dead at 5:45 in the morning. Oh, I'll never forget that day. Never ever will forget it. But then, when 2008, in the September time, I went back to Folkestone College. It was going okay until March 2009. I got ill myself and ended up with gastroenteritis, which wasn't nice at all. Yeah, so I ended up in hospital for about 5 days, but I was actually ill for a month through that. Was one of the worst experiences ever, and that college just expected me to be there all the time, even if I was ill, even if my dad was ill. They gave me no compassion in 2008, same with 2009. They wouldn't give me a chance to catch up with my work. They just didn't give a damn, to be honest with you. They didn't care at all. Yeah, they didn't care. So I said I'll catch up with my work, but nope, didn't give me the chance. So it's like, oh right, whatever then. I was going to go to Fort Park. I paid, what, 15 quid or 20 quid to go there? And they kicked me out, didn't they? I wasn't happy. I complained and I got my money back. I thought, too right and all, So that was 2009, so I had nothing but bad luck from 2008 and 9. And what have I been doing since? Not a lot, really. I did have counselling 2008 and been to the doctors on and off with viral infections, and I've got bloody warts on my fingers. Oh, I was like, God's sake, and I had nothing but stomach problems. I've not really been able to do much, to be honest. If I wanted to go to college again, it'd be like, what would happen again? Yeah, that's what I basically think. What would happen again, like next, sort of thing. I'm just not going to go back a third time to either Dover or Folkestone. No. The best college I actually went to was Thanet, because they were really helpful towards me. They helped me a lot. They were supportive. I did have a lot of good times there. They gave you more freedom and that. Yeah. They were just very helpful. They were so caring. That's just all I can describe Thanet, really. But with my learning problems, they actually really did help me a lot. The VAT course, they were good, yeah. Even though in the past I might have gave them a bad review, that's because I was just too stubborn, really. Even though I might have written stuff about the staff and not pupils, because it's not a school, is it? But it was students. Well, I was only saying things about the students because I was angry, which I was, and I wasn't treated very well anyway by some of the students anyway there. So I just voiced my frustration and anger. Even though I was honest about the students, but the staff, I was just taking my anger out on them because I thought they were treating me badly. Even though sometimes they told me off, but at the time I didn't realise it was for my own good. I was just too stubborn to basically admit that. I would like to say in the video though, I'm sorry for the way I acted and how stupid I was, As I said already in this video, I was just too stubborn to admit it, really. And the way I behaved, I'm just